All right, welcome into Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in here today. If you've been with us all day, too, that's even better. We love that. Let's see about these markets, because some of them you love and some of you won't. Let's take a look at corn. It's been 2.5 to 3.5 cents lower all day. Now we've taken another leg lower here, another penny lower, actually. July is now 4.60 and a quarter. That's just one tick off the low of the day, and we've had an 11-cent range. All right, that'll give you an idea of where we sit with that. Dees, that's the new crop. That's down 4.25 cents to 484. We're 2 ticks, a half cent off the low of the day there, and well off the high by about, I'll call that 10 cents ish, right? Let's move along from corn to soybeans. The beans, they're 18 cents lower in July. 12.30 is last, 2 cents off the low of the day, 24.75 cents off of the high. SEP, that's down 12. Now let's go to the no for this new crop, right? That's down a dime to 12.09 and a half. And again, that's about what, 3.25 cents off the low of the day, well off the highs by about 15.5 cents. So that's soybeans. Now here we have a little bit of an up arrow. At least we did the last time we were there. Nope, that's giving that up too. We're down about unchanged now. We're a quarter cent lower in July. 6.97 is last. And again, that's about 3.25 cents off the low of the day. You move out to, say, the Dees, that's down a half cent to 7.38 3/4, and that too is about 3.25 cents off the low, well off the highs by over 20 cents, about 21 cents off the highs. All right, hard red in Kansas City. That was Chicago. We'll go to Kansas City. That's higher, 4.25 cents higher, but we feel like we're giving it away here. 7.25 and a half is last there. That's about 3.25 cents off the low of the day, 3.5 cents off the low of the day now, and well off the highs by 20 and a bit cents. That's the hard red. July, D sets up 2 cents to 7.55 1/4, and again, that's about 20.25 cents off the high of the day, and I'm going to call that 2.25 cents off the low. Spring wheat in Minneapolis, that's up 3.5 cents to 7.56 1/4, and again, that's off the high by about what? We got to say that's 11 cents off the high, 11.5 cents off the high. Now we go out to say the D sets up 4.5 cents to 7.81 1/2. We're up 4.5 cents, but we're still off the highs by 9 cents. All right, so that's what I wanted to highlight there. We'll get to the cotton, and we'll get to our next guest analyst. Cotton, that's up 93 points. We're even giving some of this back here. 81.45 is last in July. We're 96 points better in the D's to 78.97. And that brings me to my next guest analyst. That's Mr. Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading, and I think he's in Valparaiso today. He is keeping his mom's basement comfortable. All right, Tommy, happy Synthetic Monday to you. Kind of trading heavy right now as you've come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Last night we had that pop. We noticeably gapped up higher. It wasn't fake news. A lot of volume traded up there. Motif wheat is outperforming the Board of Trade contracts, or when I say Board of Trade, I mean all the American wheats. Board of Trade, KC, and Minneapolis. It's a Ukraine story. It's a Russia story. We have plenty of old crop wheat here. We got a new crop coming here in the Midwest in the next few weeks and months, and then up North Dakota, all systems go in North Dakota and Canada. Plenty of moisture, maybe a little too much, but we have plenty of wheat ready to go here in a few months in the next 60, 90 days. So a gift from Russia with love, and corn acting poorly. I always like watching you struggle through when the markets flip and roll over. It's a futures market. They can be bought and they can be sold. We know your viewers and listeners want up markets, but there's other people who want to buy this stuff at a discount. Real quick note on July corn, I drew some lines before we came on. Right at the end of December of 23, July corn had a 5 in front of it. Folks, it hasn't had a 5 anytime since then, and it just touched 460. So what I'm trying to say politely is if you're storing corn, you're storing a depreciating asset. It's lost 40 cents since December, and it's cost you a lot of money to do it. It's time to move old crop corn in wheat and beans in this case. And if you don't want to sell them because maybe you have a reason to deliver them in July, August, or September, at least protect them. The downside risk is becoming more apparent. When you do a +5, -5 on a holiday weekend in corn, not to mention the funds added to their shorts last week, Scotty. So I've been wrong about corn. It's rallied more than I thought. But when you look at the chart, it's really not rallying at all. It just quit going down, in my opinion, when you look at the mathematics of the market. Scott, back to you.
No, I just think that it's getting harder and harder to think about what the next big bullish story is going to be. Just because I think now a lot of that rain is taking some of the dryness off the table here. We'll see. I mean, we can get something. I'm sure we'll kill the crop once, but I think you're right. Make sure you're taking protection. That's absolutely the case. All right, we're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading. He's in Valparaiso, Indiana. We'll be right back after this. All right, let's take a look at the livestock. That's the next section we have to do. Let's take a look at live cattle. We've got some up arrows there. You can see them from this far away. June's up 75 cents. That's from month. 184.45 is last, and that's not too far off the high of the day. Or let's call that 20 cents, maybe 17 cents between friends. And we look at, say, the D board. That's up a buck to 188.70, and that's 17 cents off the high there. That's live cattle. But we've got a good moving board here in feeders. That was up to $3 to $4. That still is. The front month's up over $4. That's August. 417 is last there. That's $4.17 higher. The last is 264.40, and again, that's only about 22 cents off the high of the day there. Well off the lows. We've had over a $4 range too. So let's go out to the Nove. That's up $3.47 there to 265.67, and that's just one tick off the high of the day in Nove. So feeder cattle actually trading pretty strong as we speak. Now, lean hogs didn't get the memo, but they're trying as hard as they can to get back to the unchanged. 1 month has done it. June hasn't yet. It's 22 cents lower. 94.05 is last there. 94.02 now is last. And we did have an unchanged board in December, but it's just ticked lower by one tick to 76.45. So not a lot happening there, anywhere between, say, 2 cents lower to 72 cents lower across the board when it comes to lean hogs. Quietly, steady, a little bit easier. Let's bring it back in. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading. Tommy, thanks for sticking around. I don't know. Anything jump out of you there that you want to get off your chest?
Feeder cattle are doing amazing. We had cattle on feed Friday. Markets digested. We had some negative news with the dairy cow. Don't even want to talk about it, but we walked right through it. There were some people a little nervous on the open. You might see some selling. We digested that. Obviously, the feeders are doing. Feeders are leaders. Feeders just speak for themselves with that up 400. Live cattle not quite strong. Pork is at a severe discount to beef, my friend. Real quick note, going back to outside markets, didn't talk about it in the first segment. Gold and silver opened Sunday, Monday, had a big update, followed through. Big update in gold, silver, and crude oil. Kind of disappointing to see corn and the other commodities do support. This last night, all the commodities were up. We didn't keep that, but metals, copper, gold, silver, and crude oil having monster rallies. That is not good for anyone thinks inflation is going away. Back to you, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we're going to be talking about. And again, a lot of these other commodities are doing the job that corn, wheat, and beans should be doing. Maybe corn and beans for sure, because that Bloomberg Commodity Index, I think, has made some decent gains. And you're right. I just looked at gold. Gold's up, $20-$30, depending on what you're looking at. So yeah, things are happening now. We just need to have the row crops do their bit. We'll see if they can. All right, Tommy. That's great. Thank you very much for that. So we're going to let you go. We'll bring it back here to Nashville, where it's so good to sit next to Tammy again.
Oh, well, thank you. Good to sit next to you guys. Always good update, especially when you got Tommy Grisafi on as your guest. I love him.